Okay, so let's start with our player in the top right side of Alcyone. For Team Berserker Esports is our pink Protoss, one of my followers. He managed to win Nation League, but this time he is up against a Grandmaster player. We'll get to it in just a bit. It is Beatflitz. His opponent, a well-known streamer, I'd say, a Frenchman. It is GuGus, rolling Zerg in this first game. So, very, very cool. Alright, now, what can we say about PvZ? Well, first of all, Protoss versus random. Obviously, the Protoss will wall on the low ground and potentially go for a pylon scout. Now, Beatflitz knows that this is a Zerg and is going to see that this is actually a 17 hatch. Okay. Nothing else so far out of the ordinary on the side of GuGus, so let's see how this is going to unfold. So I think Beatflitz is around, I want to say 4-7, 4-8. Maybe I'm wrong. 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, something along those lines. So there's a bit of MMR difference here, but it's not the end of the world, of course. And obviously, a good old macro game can go both ways. You can see that every now and then, probably like 6K players or like 5-7, 5-8 players take a game off of a pro player as well. Obviously, it's like Christmas because you get a bunch of MMR. Alright, so super standard opener, we have... Oh, never mind. Hold on a second. Hold your thoughts over there. We have a 3-hatch. And was this actually 3-hatch before pool? I don't think it was 3-hatch before pool. I think it was 2nd hatch after... sorry, a 3rd hatch after the pool. I'm trying to figure it out, but this is actually a very unorthodox opener. Beatflitz is going for the good old Nexus before core. This is going to most likely... Oh, he's not scouting the 3rd, so that's going to be quite painful for him. I would just actually check, but he's going for a Stargate, so let's see how this this unfolds. Obviously, the Stargate will give you the Oracle to pressure. You can take a Void Ray, can get a Void Ray first. But he has a Stalker, so he's going to deny the scouting, and GuGus is actually not going to go in and scout that it is a Stargate. He's trying to save the Overlord. Not sure if that's going to be the case. I don't think... No, it's not going to be the case. Now the 2nd Overlord just arrives, and he's going to lose this first one, but the 3rd hatchery is going to not allow him to be supply blocked. You have the 2 queens and speed on the way. Okay, so he's not getting... Oh, he has a queen already in the natural, so that's quite nice. All-right, so we have an Oracle first, and it's always kind of interesting to see how many Oracles we're gonna have. You can have 1, you can have 1 to 4 is probably like all right-ish, I'd say. Scouting Probe is still alive, and Beatflitz still has no idea about the 3rd base. It's not that you would not expect a 3rd base, it's more like you would not expect this fast of a 3rd base. And this fast of a 3rd base will mean that there's going to be more larva, faster queens, better creep, and obviously a much faster economy. We can see a couple of links moving across the map with speed. This Oracle might... the 2nd Oracle needs to stay at home, right? So that's one thing that we need to agree upon. We have a couple of sports finishing up, and this Oracle has no kills yet. Queens are going to be in position. Okay, 2 adepts are going to be more than enough to scare away this many lings. 2 more are going to go across the map, and the 2nd Oracle will team up with the first one. And we have a Roach Warren. That's something I said. I wanted to say that, oh, maybe it's a Baling Nest, but it's not. Now, we have no follow-up tech yet on the side of Beatflitz. We have the 3rd Oracle on the way, and I suppose it's going to be some kind of Twilight into Blink. There we go, there's a Twilight. Let's see if it's going to be with a Robo or a Forge. I suspect... Oh, okay, Phoenix. That's quite interesting. Maybe it's going to be I see that rallied, and this is quite an unorthodox strategy, if you ask me. But it's a really, really fun one to actually see on this level, because you can use the Phoenix Lift, just to, like, the Graviton Beam, just to basically get rid of one of the queens, like temporarily, not permanently, obviously. Okay. Now GuGus is going to realize that this is indeed a real Phoenix, which could give him some ideas. Obviously, this Phoenix might have energy for 2 Graviton Beams by the time it gets across the map. There we go. There is the 3 Oracles, and 3 Oracles can make a lot of trouble. And now the queens are actually tagged, so Beatflitz will know where this whole thing, the queens, where the queens will be. Ooh, this is actually quite of a fake. He's going for a charge build, and he is going for a couple of adepts, and I'm not sure if GuGus will realize. I'm pretty sure he will be kind of confused that there's no glaive. Maybe he thinks that the glaive timing will come later, but no. I think at this point you should have the glaive if you want to commit with this many adepts. A couple of links will spot these zealots and might just have an idea of what this is. Obviously, 2 zealots are not going to give it away just now, and the Twilight will not show what he's researching. And this amount of roaches will actually not be enough for these adepts. This Ravager will go down. It's not going to cancel if you have the roach back for at least a couple of shots. And this adept pressure is actually not bad so far. Gonna have the cleanup, but that's 11 drones, 27 links so far, and 4 queens. The 4 queens are actually quite painful. There's 2 queens remaining, so 4 out of the 6 are gone, basically. Now GuGus is trying to just move across the map. This Phoenix will spot the links. Okay, Oracles will start working on these roaches. The roaches need to turn back. There is roach speed, so there was some kind of commitment to this. This wasn't just a simple defensive roach warren. Might have been just some kind of a roach pressure in the making, and obviously Beatflitz just scouted that roach warren. These oracles are out of energy, which is quite a bummer, but a couple of roaches are softened up. Well, never mind, just a couple of lings, I guess. And I'm curious what we're going to see. There's no follow-up tech from the Twilight. We have a couple of cannons going down, so this goes into some kind of a defensive posture from Beatflitz. Maybe feels like GuGus is now in some deep trouble, but I'm not sure. Like, the worker count difference is like not immense for now. Was 58 to 65, and now it's even less. We have an infestation pit, and we have a bunch of workers on the way. +1 melee, +1 missile is not done. I'm curious. I'm pretty sure we're going to go up to Hive as fast as possible. Okay, I'm waiting for the Hive. Waiting to pop up on that production tab. There is enough gas and there is enough stuff here. Archons will be perfect against things. Ooh, that was a Spire for a moment, and it got cancelled. And now we have Hive on the way. Maybe... Oh, okay, never mind. So, I believe he thought that this is going to be some kind of a heavy ground toss, like Charge Lots, Immortals, you know, versus the Roaches. And it's going to go Mutas. Now, Mutas would be great against a lot of things, because apparently there is no blink. But the problem is here that there's Archons, so the Archon tech is going to just deny the Mutas to fight straight on. And obviously they are quite beefy, so it's difficult. Nice force fields here actually by Beatflitz. GuGus is going to break some of them. I'm waiting for the tag with those oracles. Okay, there's a tag onto the army. It's always nice to have like some map control with those oracles. Just scout every single movement of your opponent. There is a drone here, so we're gonna see a 5th base from GuGus. No player has taken the gold so far. And I'm curious what we're going to see from Hive Tech other than the lurkers. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Vipers as well. I mean, you kind of need Vipers, right? It's going to be quite difficult to fight without them. And we also have Storm, so we're going to have Templars on the field. Okay. Still, these Oracles are still alive, and these Oracles are actually just following this army. Couple roaches try to go in, but Beatflitz is actually like, look at this turtle style. I wouldn't mind if Beatflitz would just try to go for a 5th base himself, but obviously he has some time. Okay, Beatflitz is actually going to just tag along with this army. I mean, with these oracles. These roaches, oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage on top of these roaches. We don't have Tunnel Claws, but the Nidus is on the way, so potentially a Nidus on top of the production, that would be quite nice. 4 roaches actually slipped through the cracks of those cannons and just try to deal with some worker damage. So far, so good for Beatflitz. He hasn't lost too much against GuGus, so that is quite nice. He's holding on quite nicely. I'm not sure what GuGus's Zerg MMR would be, or is random, as a matter of fact. But I'm pretty sure I saw him after like that one raided him, or maybe Aras raided him, and I saw him that he's playing quite nicely. So he has interesting builds, and I always love these type of builds. But let's look at this army composition. 5 Immortals, 4 Archons. Those are the sophisticated units, so to say. We have a 74 probe economy, which is not too far away from the Zerg economy. And the Nidus network is actually done. Oh, let's see the skirmish here in the center of the map. I'm waiting on that Nidus worm to pop up somewhere. Okay, there's a Void Ray here. Beautifully done here by Beatflitz. One of these overlords will try to sneak past through it. And this Void Ray will scout it. That overlord is going to die for sure. Okay, he's going to drop that Nidus worm. Now Beatflitz might have to recall, but I'm pretty sure recall is available. Let's just double check. Yes, it is. And there's disruptors over here. Okay, that's great. I don't think there's going to be a couple of lurkers. That's quite bad on the side of Beatflitz. He has a single observer, I believe. Yes, he has a single observer, and that is not great. Is that 2 Nidus networks? No, that's 1 Nidus network. How many Niduses do we have? We have a single Nidus network. It's probably gonna try and drop another in towards this base. More lurkers show up, actually. I think Beatflitz needs to recall. He needs to recall his army. I think he needs to recall his army, otherwise we're going to see a very uncomfortable situation here. Oh, these disruptors might go down, actually. One of them will go down, the other one barely escapes from the grip of the lurkers. Now, these defensive lurkers are going to be very, very effective. Oracles will attack these lurkers and just try to mow them down. But these lurkers are actually... Oh, never mind, they're not tanky at all. They're literally +2 plus... Wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. That's illegal. That's 0-0 lurkers. So we had literally no upgrades whatsoever for the lurkers. It's kind of uncomfortable, honestly. Okay, I believe we're going to... Oh, never mind. There's nothing in this Nidus network. This Nidus worm. I don't know why I'm saying Nidus network. The Nidus network is literally this thing. Okay, so armor does not matter for pulsar beam. Yeah, that's true. But still, like, I mean, yeah, they're still kind of beefy, but I'm more surprised that there's no attacks. There's no attack upgrades for those lurkers, and that's quite interesting in my opinion. But we have Beatflitz just trying to move across the map. Not going to get anything with that Disruptor. Okay, he's going to move towards the lurkers. A couple of transfuses go across and is going to snipe one Disruptor, but he needs 2 harpoons, so it's actually very, very uncomfortable that he couldn't snipe it with like a single yoink. Okay, now the Vipers are actually exposed. One Viper goes down. This couple of Vipers are getting damaged, but the transfuses come across. Lightning Cloud went through. Now the Vipers need to gather energy. Do we have anything on these Vipers? We have one single harpoon. Okay, Storm comes across, but the Roaches are quite tanky. They're probably the better units that you want to get stormed if you really need to have any units stormed as Desert, because they're a bit beefier than some Hydras. A couple of spines in the back to prevent some pesky Zealot run-bys and whatnot. Have a bit of creep, just delaying a potential base, forcing the warp in at home, something along those lines. Couple of disruption novas will go through. Another nova, but that doesn't hit anything. Another blinding cloud was used with no veil. Now the rocks have been broken, and that means there's more freedom to actually move across. There's, I think, one nova. Okay, it's going to damage 4 lurkers. Beautiful feedbacks, and there's the storm as well. I believe he hit some of those oracles as well, but that is actually not a bad fight for Beatflitz so far. He needs to be careful though. If he doesn't lose his sophisticated units, then probably he's going to have a better time here. Do we have a transition into... No, we don't have a transition. We don't have a Skytoss transition. So we have literally nothing producing for Beatflitz. Beatflitz has above 10k resources in the bank, so I literally broke into a bank, said give me everything you have, and that's what he got in 16.5 minutes. But obviously he's maxed out, but probably this is the moment where you can actually just try to tech into some other path, potentially Skytoss, I'd say. There's a lot of Hydras, yes, but probably with Storm you can actually handle it. That's a beautiful Storm on top of those Hydras. Okay, so these lurkers are spread really nicely. There's not gonna be too many novas just hitting them. I love this. I should learn this as well, honestly. But look at that, beautifully utilizing that range upgrade. Just massacring a couple of those toss armies. Oh, but I'm not sure if that was the best plan to just yoink that Archon into a couple of Vipers. Okay, and Immortals are not going to do well against the Hydras. Okay, once again the Lurkers will burrow a bit forward. Immortals are not bad against those Lurkers. And Beatflitz is actually going to clean up this army, more or less. One more Immortal will go down, and oh, that is not... Honestly, that... I don't know which player is ahead right now, because both players... I mean, I guess Beatflitz, because GuGus has no gas. Yeah, the 3 oracles being lost is actually quite painful. That was a beautiful Nova. I'm not sure how many Zealots he got there, but got a couple of Hydras, so that's quite nice. And we have shield upgrades coming up as well. 14 Templar being warped in. That gas bank is looking a lot slimmer right now. Now, how many Archons do we get out of those? Okay, we need... Oh, we're getting all Archons. I think that's quite of a mistake. I would prefer Storm a bit more. A lot of Novas, but beautiful splits from GuGus. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, it doesn't manage to actually fire that Nova. And the last Nova will actually hit. That was beautiful from Beatflitz. The penultimate one actually got cancelled because of the death of that Disruptor, but yeah, this Nexus might just go down. Honestly, I think you could try to fight this, maybe. Oh my god, there's a lot of changelings here. Look at that. We have a couple of changelings just blocking it here. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful usage of changelings, honestly. It's probably one of the most... Oh, he trapped the Archons! He trapped the Archons! Oh, those changeling needs to expire. Okay, Beatflitz finally manages to realize what's happening here. Gonna snipe those changelings with the Nova. Okay, he's not able to actually get this Nexus because there is creep there. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't in Beatflitz's plans to actually drag out this game so much. Beautiful zealot run by. We have, yeah, a couple of nice run bys from Beatflitz, and probably we'll try to get some value off of those, but it's actually quite difficult because there's a lot of spines on the outer bases of GuGus as well. So just gonna try to retake this gold base. Beatflitz lost his. He has the static D over here, which is not bad. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Okay, Colossus. Am I cool with this? I mean, against Vipers, I don't think this is gonna be that great, especially that extended thermal lance was not researched in beforehand. So it's gonna be a bit more painful. More Templars are being warped in, and a couple of observers. It's going to be a lot of robo time. I honestly would just try to chrono out one observer out of one robo, and the rest should be used for combat units, in my opinion. In this case, I believe the combat unit also includes the observer because it's in combat. It's sweating to actually provide some vision for his army. Okay, that is going to be a dead stalker, and now we have a bit of a run by into the main. Couple Archons are morphing once again. Oh, this is really nice. Oh, that big gates. Okay, it's gonna see the Colossus as well. So he might think to himself like, oh my goodness, what is this guy doing? There's more lurkers morphing. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lurkers. That's a lot of lurkers. That's gonna be 15 lurkers. Ah, that's 15 lurkers. It's actually amazing. Amazing stuff. So far, this is a banger game, by the way. And a bit of a sellout once we have a bit of a moment here. If you enjoy this, !casting, just as it says in the title. And yeah, you can find some more games like this one over here. Pretty sure yeah, you can find something. Yeah, I'm done with the sellout. Let's get back into this game. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful with those Colossi. Ooh, that's going to be one Colossus. Maybe going down. Yep, that is going to be one dead Colossus. But there's 4 more remaining. Sorry, I'm bad at math, by the way. That's 5. I don't know. I just missed one. I was like, 4 more remaining. Wait, isn't that 5? And by the time I said it, I realized it. Okay, 3 more. So the Colossus numbers are changing rapidly. It's like the stock market. Sometimes it just skyrockets. Other times it plummets in a matter of seconds. Okay, a couple of nice Novas here. Gonna snipe a couple of lurkers. Beautiful storms coming out from Beatflitz. Now the Archons are moving forward, and I think Beatflitz just smells blood in the water. Is this going to be enough? Couple more lurkers. There's no lurkers. There's actually one more lurker over here. It's going to do a lot of damage. I don't think there's the observer. He has to actually... Okay, he managed to snipe it. Ooh, that's not going to be a successful Nova. And there's no anti-air for now. But beautifully recalling his army. That was a really, really cool and clutch recall, in my opinion. Okay. We have a couple of... How many hatches do we have? We have 7 hatches. Ah, that's not a lot, if you ask me. It's not a lot. Am I crazy? Wait. It's 8? Okay, now we have 8. Am I crazy? Does it not show up one of them? It actually does. Like, yeah, 8 with the hive. Anyways, got distracted for a bit over there. We're gonna have the entire map consumed. Like, this is the only base that remain unoccupied for now. Oh, okay, beautiful Novas. But there's no damage to actually follow up onto that ensnare. Let's say the name of the spell for once. Oh my goodness, huge Zealot run by, and if the hive goes down, that could be game over, to be honest. One of those Zealots is going to derp around, but that's going to be quite painful for GuGus. And I believe we can call GG after that. Honestly, without the hive, I don't know how you're going to actually deal with stuff. doesn't have all the tech. It doesn't have a Spire, doesn't have Ultra Bend, anything like that. So another hatchery will fall. A couple of Hydras, Roaches, some Vipers. Those are going to be the last few ones, joined by a couple more. There's 2 Colossi. There is 10 Disruptors. Okay, so we have Disruptor Balls, 4 days. Couple of Roaches try to flank. Beautiful Blinding Cloud, but Beatflitz will move out of it. Nice plays, but the Storms are going to be the perfect follow-up. Let's see, the Protoss is cornered, but it's going to be Beatflitz, and it's Beatflitz all day. And it's going to just try his best and just micro himself out of this mess. Hydras are trying to like do something, but it's not going to be the case. A couple of Zealots being worked in. Colossus is being pulled forward, but that's going to help Beatflitz in the long run. And now GuGus is on the retreat. It's Beatflitz's game to lose for now. At least that's what it seems like, as GuGus is on 37 workers, down in army supply, down in supply overall, 60 supply deficit. That is beautiful. Beautiful gameplay here by Beatflitz. Couple of links because there's nothing else. GuGus is down sub 1,000 minerals, no gas. Now the link run by will not actually achieve anything whatsoever. It's going to take down the cannon, but the Zealots are going to be very, very good against that. And there's a GG. GuGus will tap out. That means Beatflitz will take game number 1 of this series. Game number 2, Beatflitz in the top left side. GuGus this time rolling Terran, the Frenchman bringing the Terran as well. In the bottom right side, Beatflitz doing some amazing run bys and just utilizing the spellcasters as well. Nicely done. And once again, we know that it's Terran. Beatflitz doesn't, so he's gonna go for the Pylon Scout once again. GuGus will, well, let's see, there's no secondary SCV across the map, but we'll have a gas first. So I'm really curious what we're going to see off of that. Just had to take a sip of my coffee, some iced coffee. And if Beatflitz knows the timings, then he's gonna know that the barracks is a bit late over here. Or he's gonna try to get to that SCV, but it's not going to make it. Okay, now this SCV will start attacking this probe. And I'm pretty sure Beatflitz would love to stick around, and maybe he feels like something's off with this. I mean, there's no such thing as you're late with your timings just like that. Now what you can do is just go into the main, and if you know the timings and like gas counts, like there's a bit of a trick. There's 2750 in this geyser, and if you know something about like Terran timings, you should know how much gas should be mined after this much into the game. So okay, we have a command center on the high ground actually. I'm not sure if Beatflitz actually scouted that. Did he scout that? No. Okay, so it's quite interesting. We have the factory follow-up, and probably we're gonna have a second gas as well, maybe. Reaper is going across the map. The probe is hiding at third, so it's gonna have the potential to scout around in the next couple seconds. Let's just set the score. Now the low ground wall will actually be a bit awkward for Beatflitz, but nothing that you cannot handle, so there's no real issues here. Okay, the Reaper will try to go for a kill, and it's going to manage to do so. It's gonna spot the Twilight, so relatively standard follow-up for this opener, except for that low ground wall that Beatflitz will have. It's gonna make it a bit awkward against anything that requires space in the front to actually move multiple units across. Maybe that's why you want to wall with like this cybercore being put on the side and then completing the wall with the third building, leaving like a single hex gap. just in case if it's a Terran, then maybe a tank push, maybe a couple of cyclones could be quite annoying. We have a cyclone coming up. Okay, we have a second cyclone, and we might just have a medevac. If this is a medevac, then okay, there we go. So I'm confident that this is going to be some kind of a cyclone drop, like a cyclone drop pressure. Cyclone drop is quite common these days, I'd say. We've seen from like pro gamers as well. I can't recall if we saw it in PvT, but I guess I think we saw it in TVT, but I'm not sure. Like I'm watching mostly Zerg matchups nowadays because I'm trying to like figure it out. Okay, all right, he's going to spot these cyclones, and actually the cyclones are going to try and take down that, but yeah, that's going to be just the shields and a bit of HP. Who is going to have to move away? The Marines get out of the bunker. And now let's see if Beatflitz is going to be in position for that cyclone drop. 2 more stalkers. Okay, that's great. Probably GuGus is going to take down this this probe, and he's not going to move. Okay, never mind. He's going to move. This probe went down, and the third base will be late, but it's much better to have a late third and just not be in position and just not have any idea where the drop comes from. Now let's see the follow-up. Actually, we're gonna have tanks, I suppose. We have a single tank, and we have a liberator just moving on, but the observer is actually really nicely done there by Beatflitz. The observer will be just in position. Okay, let's see. Does he warp in? No, he doesn't. Okay, that's going to be... Oh, that's quite painful here. Oh, and GuGus is actually... Okay, he's sieging up right with the circle on top of that warp in. I mean, I guess that's like more on Beatflitz. But Beatflitz did not actually like recall or anything. Just warped in 2 stalkers. He was like, yeah, it's whatever. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, medevac will come back, and a couple of repairs will be done here onto this medevac reactor, onto that starport. So we're gonna have medevacs, two medevacs at a time. We have stim and combat shield also on the production tab. Now once again, I'm a bit ashamed that I don't know the timings, because my turn is like probably the worst turn that you can imagine. Okay, maybe not, but my turn is like my worst race. I used to be a Protoss main, and now I'm a Zerg main. So it's actually I'm actually more knowledgeable on the Protoss and Zerg side than the Terran. Trying to catch up onto that one as well. Maybe one day hit Diamond with Terran as well, just to, you know, brag that I hit Diamond with all 3 races. We'll see if I'm gonna go for Masters first on my Zerg, or Diamond 3 on my Terran before the one before the other one. Couple of Blink Stalkers will try to delay this move out. If you do it right, then you can basically just force sieges. Just go for a couple of units as well. Okay, he's gonna blink back after eating a tank shot. It's obviously not what you want to do. Okay, finally Beatflitz will move away. Blink is once again off cooldown. GuGus so far is actually doing a great job, just waiting on +1, I suppose. And you have like a single eBay. Yeah, single eBay. It's going to secure his third base, but a couple of Blink Stalkers, those couple of Blink Stalkers actually are going to come back. Okay, I'm not exactly sure if that was worth it for Beatflitz. Now the army is actually going to get locked on. That's one Cyclone that's going to manage to lock on top of one of those Stalkers. It's gonna lose, I believe, 1 Stalker. Okay, so far so good for Beatflitz. He lost 6 probes though. I'm pretty sure that's more... oh, never mind. That's not due to that Liberator. Okay. Game 1 cast was super good. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you enjoyed it. Alright, we have a 4 base coming up for Beatflitz. I'm not exactly sure if I like that in this situation because the push is coming and Beatflitz is aware of it. And I'm not sure if you want a forward base or not. But those are beautiful force fields actually. The tank is gonna get covered in force fields. It's actually an interesting one. Oh, did you see that? It just literally ice skated. Oh, that was that was quite awesome. I didn't know about that interaction. I didn't actually know about that interaction. Okay, we're gonna have a bit of a snipe there. Sniped a couple of units over there. Okay, observer finally being destroyed. I'm pretty sure at this level you can actually, like, literally, like, you know, if the Protoss army was in position, you know that there's an observer somewhere. So what we can see is like, you just zoom in and zoom out. Just so you can spot the little shimmering of that observer. Especially in, like, observation, what is the name? I want to say. Okay, the medevac takes a bit of a detour. We didn't mention it, but we have a couple of ghosts. Ghosts are actually really good against Protoss, and look at this. We have the Dark Shrine, but the ghosts are actually decent against the Dark Templar as well, because if you spot them, you can just literally reveal them with the EMP. If you didn't know that, EMP will reveal the Dark Templar. You can actually see their bodies. You can see their bodies. It's not that they're gonna get revealed while invisible, while cloaked. You literally can see their physical form, all colored and everything, without the shadow cloak. So that's also a cool thing in my opinion. The stalkers are in position. Let's see if Beatflitz is going to be in position. Ooh, if he blinked just a fraction of a second faster, he could have gotten that medevac, and that would have been quite an issue for GuGus. It's gonna move back. It's gonna keep that medevac for later. But this medevac is like one shot away from dying. Maybe two. Maybe two. Well, I'm pretty sure one shot could kill it. Like one more stalker in that volley would have killed it. Okay, we have 2 extra command centers coming down. A Shadow Stride is also on the way. Gonna secure some vision on this side of the map, and Beatflitz beautifully, like, look at this vision. My goodness, this is beautiful. Observer in the center, another observer moving towards this forward base. I wouldn't mind if he would just try to get one zealot over here or anything, like an observer like over here, just to be aware. Oh, that's actually beautiful. A beautiful Nova. Okay, we're gaming. A couple of Dark Templars are moving in. Shadow Stride is not yet done. Oh, I actually would wait until this just completes. Finally, these mines will go down. Beautiful mine placement, by the way. He's gonna get denied the landing, and I'm not sure if he's going to see the Dark Templar, because the Dark Templar actually... Wait, does he see it? No, he... Oh, maybe he saw it. Maybe he saw it. Now Beatflitz is going to move on into that third base. One Nova will miss. The second Nova will miss as well. Third Nova will hit a couple of things, but that's going to cost a lot. Like a huge amount of that army. Vikings will land. Or at least the amount that can land. That's a beautiful force field. But a single zealot will return. In the meantime, we have a 5th base. Now, actually, the DT needs to lift. Okay, manages to lift, but he needs to actually bring it somewhere. Okay, never mind. He doesn't have to anymore. That's a lot of scans, and now the Dark Templar will blink their way out of this trouble. Ooh, okay, that was an interesting interaction. The Stalker revealed itself with what you call the shot that he got on top of that medevac. That's a lot of Vikings. That's 16 Vikings. Oh my goodness. I don't think an air transition is actually gonna happen, like, not just soon, but like, at all, if you ask me. Now, Beatflitz will try to move in on two sides of the map. The problem will be that, oh my goodness, that's a lot of Dark Templars. So let's see the Novas. Novas will not hit. Even that might escapes narrowly, but it does. And now there's no Novas left. Disruptor getting picked off. Beautiful EMPs coming up. He needs to activate battery overcharge if there's a battery, but I don't see a battery right here. GuGus is just moving forward. It's going to land the Vikings, and now we have a beautiful massacre from the Terran army, but Beatflitz is going to try and fight. Mines are going off, and I think we're going to have a winner of this fight. Beatflitz is not yet out of this, I think. That's going to be one Dark Templar, but there is Ghost over here. If an EMP just fires, once he realizes what's happening over here, the Nexus is going to go down. I'm not sure what happened with the other Dark Templar, to be honest. I see a couple of mines that actually fired, so I suppose there was... yeah, there was turrets, and I believe the blink was actually deadly for those Dark Templar. 0-2 did not approve that, but it is what it is. Okay, Vikings will lift once again. Beautiful EMPs once again. Okay, it's going to soften up more Stalkers. Couple of Vikings land. But is this going to be enough for GuGus? I don't think it's going to be enough. That's going to be one more Stalker going down. Maybe one more. Nope, it's not going to be the case. Beatflitz can just chase down these empty medevacs. The problem is now 5 base Terran, right? It's off of 67 workers for Beatflitz and 65 for GuGus, but the army supply difference is going to be the tail of this this match. And from what I see here, yeah, Beatflitz is trying to stabilize, but the cash is not great on the side of Beatflitz. And GuGus is actually, he maxed out on the attack side. Oh, that's going to be a decent Nova. Okay, one more. Oh, that's a decent Nova as well. One more decent Nova. Beatflitz is making the comeback of his life over here. And he's trying to, like, make the most out of this. Okay, one more medevac. That's one super low Disruptor. Okay, Beatflitz has a bit of money. He needs to remake Disruptors. He needs to remake Disruptors as fast as possible. That's going to be a lot of Zealots, but no Disruptors so far. He should have made the Disruptors first, in my opinion. And also, the Mass Zealots versus Mines are not going to cut it, in my opinion. Especially that they're going to soak up a lot of shots, that's true. But you kind of need to, like, play just as the Zerg does, with, like, trying to, like, box a couple units, send it across, box a couple units, send it in, and just try to remake, and just try to do something about the mines. Nice snipe on that observer. Oh my goodness, 17 Disruptors have gone down this match. Are you kidding me? Like, the rest is like whatever, like 46 Zealots, sure, 42 Stalkers, I can actually imagine it. 2 Colossi, that's kind of standard. 10 DTs, that's also somewhat standard, I'd say, at this stage. But 17 Disruptors? 17? Okay. Like, that means we have Disruptor 23. Actually, sorry, we have Disruptor 27 in the making as well. So, we have 10 Raptors. 10 Raptors. Is that going to be enough? That's going to be quite interesting. We have this little thing. I'm trying to remember the name of that thing. It's going to be the Medevac Energy Upgrade, which is quite a late game thing. It was replaced. The speed upgrade was the one that replaced. Sorry, this upgrade replaced the Medevac speed upgrade. His Novas are not actually that great. One Nova will hit something, but that's going to be the death of those Disruptors. Is this going to be enough? Looks like it's going to be. One more Marauder will fall. And Beatflitz, for now, he's cleaning up this army so far, but beautiful macro on top of that Medevac and Ghost. Now a couple more ghosts will show up, and we have 4 marauders, 6 marines in production. I believe that's going to be a constant. 1 more ghost in production. A couple of libs will get sniped. We have +2 air attack and +3 should be on the way. GuGus has enough money for the infantry armor upgrade. This is all done. Okay, it's now done via two NG bays, but it was a single engineering bay for some time. That's why we don't see +3 armor being done. Alright, so yeah, this game is kind of wild, honestly. It's like the player who loses like one more fight somewhat one-sidedly, it's going to lose the game. God damn. 26 disruptors have gone down. This is basically like, yeah, the donation of the disruptors. It's actually crazy. It is actually crazy as hell, in my opinion. Now GuGus will move out, and we have mines with this army. There's 6 mines burrowed somewhere, I suppose. Now he's going to move forward. Is this going to be the time that GuGus will try to take the win here and equalize the series? Is going to just mow down the stalkers, and there's the GG from Beatflitz. Taps out. That means we're going to game number 3. Game number 3, Hecate is going to be the map, and we have Berserker Esports' Beatflitz in the top right side, and rolling Protoss this time. So we have each and every single one of the races. It's going to be GuGus. All right, so it's quite crazy, honestly. this series, and now we're having a bit of an issue here. Beatflitz will scout that this is a Protoss, a PvP, and now he might be like, ah, yeah, maybe we're in trouble, maybe. So he's gonna be forced to play potentially 1 gate expand. I wouldn't recommend that he plays some kind of a 2 gate play on the low ground. So you were too scared to go into Tempest. You should have. Okay, so we're going to have a 2 gate play over here. Now GuGus spots the 2nd gateway, so pretty sure that he realizes that he doesn't have to block the Nexus position. Okay. Oh, the core is going to be a couple of seconds late for Beatflitz. Now, okay, he's going to be able to wall off with a shield battery over here. It's gonna fit right into it. You don't want to line up the like, you don't want to have it perfectly lined up. You want like 1 hex distance between the edges as well, just so you can actually like place a shield battery in between them and just make a wall off completely, because otherwise you're basically screwed. We have a proxy pylon. I'm not sure if we're going to see anything else from this. Beatflitz's 2nd pylon is at home, and we're gonna have Stalker, and we have a Chronode warp gate over here, and it's gonna see it. GuGus is going to see the warp gate, and I'm pretty sure Beatflitz does not know about this proxy pylon. He might know about the pylon that is not at home. Well, I suppose. And GuGus is going to show a sentry. This is interesting, honestly. This is quite interesting. Just think about it. He showed a sentry, and then he dropped a robo and another gateway. This might just say that, okay, Beatflitz is going to be able to expand because it's Stalker sentry opener, right? And it's actually a proxy robo. Okay, now Beatflitz will move across, and he's gonna see that there's no Nexus, and this is quite weird, right? And there's no 3rd and 4th units, so those have been skipped. Got mind gamed super hard in this match. He faked expanding with fast 3rd pylon. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's quite a decent. I'd say, yeah, decent. It's a dirty move, but it's a decent move. So we're having a 1 base being sneaked as a potential expand, and now Beatflitz could be quite confused as he's trying to move across the map and just see if if there's a corner base. We have a proxy on this side as well. GuGus needs to have something in position over here, right? Needs to have something in position. Okay. Oh, he's not going to be there. Okay, he's going to have to turn back and just do something. Oh, the probes around. Oh, but Beatflitz is actually not microing his adepts. That is a huge mistake from Beatflitz. That means that's going to be 2 probes for 2 adepts and 2 probes. That is not what you want to see. And that's the second immortal that has popped, just popped from that robo. One immortal will go down, but that is going to cost Beatflitz literally everything. He barely gets the first immortal. And now is in deep trouble. GuGus is moving forward. And maybe GuGus has done it. There's no shield battery. There's a second pylon to reinforce these buildings. And yeah, I think this is going to be it. The robo will come in for Beatflitz. There's one gateway that you can warp in from. He's going to try and fight this off. Bit of a misread here. He had all the chances to actually deal with GuGus and just potentially advance in after this series for a deeper run. He's going to recall everything. He's going to try and fight this. It's a 1 base versus a technically 1 base. GuGus with a couple of minerals in the back is going to warp in something now. Beatflitz is going to try and snipe it, but is this going to be enough? He's not managing to actually warp in. He's going to get the sentry, a couple of stalkers, but the immortal is fresh. And there's the GG. And that means GuGus takes this series 2-1, playing a random, and it's quite a nice performance, but especially from Beatflitz. And congratulations to him, and thank you very much once again to Beatflitz for submitting this series. It was an awesome thing to cast, honestly, and I'm genuinely impressed. So yeah, if there's any more series like this, then yeah, feel free to actually submit it just the way you did before. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pay for the crop.